You never saw their faces, but you heard their voices every Saturday morning, every movie night, every time you pressed play. In this video, we visit the graves of famous voice actors whose voices shaped childhoods, defined characters, and left behind performances that generations will never outgrow. Mel Blanc died July 10th, 1989, age 81. Buried at Hollywood Forever Cemetery, Los Angeles, California, the man of 1,000 voices who performed Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Tweety, Sylvester, Yosemite Sam, Foghorn Leghorn, and Barney Rubble for over 50 years. His headstone reads, "That's all, folks." Daws Butler died May 18th, 1988, age 71. Buried at Valhalla Memorial Park, North Hollywood, California, the voice of Hanna-Barbera, who performed Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound, Quick Draw McGraw, Snagglepuss, and Elroy Jetson. They had also mentored a young Nancy Cartwright, who would later voice Bart Simpson. Paul Frees died November 2nd, 1986, age 66. Buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California. Voiced Boris Badenov, the Pillsbury Doughboy, Ludwig von Drake, and the ghost host of the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. Studios kept his involvement uncredited to avoid audiences associating too many characters with one man. June Foray died July 26, 2017, age 99, buried at a private location. The First Lady of Voice Acting, who performed Rocky the Flying Squirrel, Natasha Fatale, Granny, Witch Hazel, and Cindy Lou, who in the original Grinch, working continuously from the 1940s until just before her death. Sterling Holloway died November 22, 1992, age 87, buried at Ferncliff Cemetery, Hartsdale, New York. The original voice of Winnie the Pooh from 1966 to 1977, whose gentle tenor became synonymous with the character, also voiced the Cheshire Cat, Caw the Snake, and Roquefort the Mouse. Phil Hartman died May 28, 1998, age 49. Cremated, ashes scattered at Emerald Bay, Catalina Island, California. It's Saturday Night Live star who voiced Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz on The Simpsons. Both characters retired permanently after he was murdered in his sleep by his wife. Howard Morris died May 21, 2005, age 85. Buried at Hillside Memorial Park, Culver City, California. Best known on screen as Ernest T. Bass on The Andy Griffith Show, voiced Wade Duck on Garfield and Friends and Gopher in the Winnie the Pooh franchise. Thurl Ravenscroft died May 22, 2005, age 91. Buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California. Named Tony the Tiger for over 5 decades, whose "Their Grurit" was his creation, sang, "You're a mean one." Mr. Grinch uncredited until Dr. Seuss personally wrote to newspapers identifying him. Paul Winchell died June 24, 2005, age 82. Buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California. The original voice of Tigger, whose bouncing delivery made the character a childhood icon. Also a ventriloquist, inventor with over 30 patents, and co-developer of an early artificial heart. Alan Rickman died January 14, 2016, age 69. Buried at Kensal Green Cemetery, London, England. Best known as Hans Gruber and Severus Snape, voiced Marvin the Paranoid Android in Hitchhiker's Guide and the caterpillar Absalem in Alice in Wonderland. Robin Williams died August 11, 2014, age 63. Cremated, ashes scattered in San Francisco Bay. But his improvised performance as the genie in Aladdin changed celebrity voice casting and animation permanently, later found to have been suffering from Lewy body dementia. James Avery died December 31, 2013, age 68. Buried at Forest Lawn Hollywood Hills, Los Angeles, California. Uncle Phil on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, who also voiced Shredder in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, animated series with a booming menace that terrified a generation. Russi Taylor died July 26, 2019, age 75, buried at a private location. The voice of Minnie Mouse for over 30 years, who married Wayne Allwine, the voice of Mickey Mouse, in 1991, making the couple behind animation's most famous couple an actual married pair. Tony Jay died August 13, 2006, age 73. Cremated, ashes returned to family. Alt-British actor whose villainous baritone voiced Shere Khan, Judge Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Megabyte in Reboot, his Frollo remains one of the most terrifying performances in Disney history. Orson Welles died October 10, 1985, age 70. Cremated, ashes scattered in Ronda, Spain at the estate of retired bullfighter Antonio Ordonez. Director of Citizen Kane, who voiced Unicron in Transformers, the movie as one of his final recordings, completing the role shortly before his death. Janet Waldo died June 12, 2016, age 96. Cremated, ashes returned to family. The voice of Judy Jetson from 1962 to 1988 and Josie in Josie and the Pussycats. Replaced without being told by pop singer Tiffany for the 1990 Jetsons movie after already recording all her dialogue. Clarence Nash died February 20th, 1985, age 80. Buried at San Fernando Mission Cemetery, Mission Hills, California. The original voice of Donald Duck from 1934 to 1983 personally trained Tony Anselmo as his successor before his death, voiced the character in over 150 theatrical shorts. Ed Asner died August 29, 2021, age 91, buried at a private location. 7-time Emmy winner who voiced Carl Fredricksen in Pixar's Up. Also J. Jonah Jameson in the 1990s Spider-Man series and Granny Goodness in the DC animated universe. Chris Farley died December 18, 1997, age 33, buried at Resurrection Cemetery. Or in Madison, Wisconsin, had recorded nearly the entire lead role of Shrek before dying from a drug overdose. DreamWorks recast with Mike Myers, who reimagined the character with a Scottish accent. Wayne Allwine died May 18, 2009, age 62, buried at a private location. The voice of Mickey Mouse from 1977 to 2009, married to Russi Taylor, who voiced Minnie Mouse, making them the real-life couple behind Disney's most famous couple. Mae Questel died January 4, 1998, age 89, buried at Beth David Cemetery, Elmont, New York. The original voice of Betty Boop and Olive Oyl from the 1930s reprised Olive Oyl alongside Robin Williams in the 1980 Popeye film nearly 50 years after first performing the character. Verna Felton died December 14, 1966, age 76. Buried at Grandview Memorial Park, Glendale, California. A Disney voice actress who performed the fairy godmother in Cinderella, the Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland, Flora in Sleeping Beauty, and Dumbo's mother. Hans Conried died January 5, 1982, age 64. Buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California. Voiced Captain Hook and Mr. Darling in Disney's Peter Pan, also performed Snidely Whiplash in Dudley Do Right, and the Grinch in the 1966 special's original casting before Boris Karloff replaced him. Eleanor Audley died November 25, 1991, age 86. Buried at Hollywood Forever Cemetery, Los Angeles, California. Voiced Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty and Lady Tremaine in Cinderella. Also performed Madame Leota in Disneyland's Haunted Mansion attraction. Pat Buttram died January 8, 1994, age 78. Buried at a private location. This voiced the Sheriff of Nottingham in Disney's Robin Hood, and Napoleon in The Aristocats, best known on screen as Mr. Haney on Green Acres, alongside Eddie Albert. Adriana Caselotti died January 18, 1997, age 80. Buried at Holy Cross Cemetery, Culver City, California. The voice of Snow White in Disney's 1937 film, the first feature-length animated film in American history, Disney kept her under contract restrictions that prevented her from performing in other films. Eileen Woods died July 1, 2010, age 81. Cremated, ashes returned to family. The voice of Cinderella in the 1950 Disney film, who got the role after recording demo tracks that Walt Disney heard and immediately chose without auditioning anyone else. Cliff Edwards died July 17, 1971, age 76. Buried in a mass grave at Valhalla Memorial Park, North Hollywood, California. The voice of Jiminy Cricket, whose When You Wish Upon a Star became the Disney theme song, died penniless in a convalescent home and was buried in an unmarked pauper's grave. Pinto Colvig died October 3, 1967, age 75. Buried at Grandview Memorial Park, Glendale, California. The original voice of Goofy and the practical voice for Grumpy and Sleepy in Snow White also created Bozo, the clown's original voice. Billy Gilbert died September 23, 1971, age 77. Buried at Pierce Brothers Valhalla Memorial Park, North Hollywood, in California. Voiced Sneezy in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. His trademark sneezing routine from vaudeville was so famous that Disney wrote the character around it. Lucille Laverne died March 4, 1945, age 72. Buried at Hollywood Forever Cemetery, Los Angeles, California. Voiced both the evil queen and the old hag in Snow White, removing her dental plate in the recording booth to achieve the aged, cackling voice of the witch. Jim Henson died May 16, 1990, age 53. Cremated, ashes scattered at his private property in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Creator of the Muppets who voiced Kermit the Frog, Rolf the dog, Ernie, Dr. Teeth, and the Swedish Chef. Dead from streptococcal toxic shock syndrome after delaying medical treatment. Jerry Stiller died May 11, 2020, age 92. Buried at Riverside Memorial Chapel, New York City. Frank Costanza on Seinfeld and Arthur Spooner on The King of Queens. Voiced Maury the Hormone Monster on Big Mouth, father of Ben Stiller. Mary Kay Bergman died November 11, 1999, age 38. Buried at Forest Lawn Hollywood Hills, Los Angeles, California. The original female voice cast of South Park, who performed every female character for the first 3 seasons, also voiced Daphne and Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, dead by suicide after a private battle with severe anxiety disorder and depression. Joe Ranft died August 16, 2005, age 45. Cremated, ashes returned to family. Pixar story artist and voice actor who voiced Heimlich in A Bug's Life, Wheezy in Toy Story 2, and Jacques in Finding Nemo, killed in a car crash while the studio was still developing Cars. Joe Alasky died February 3, 2016, age 63. Cremated, ashes interred at St. Ulk Peter Cemetery, Troy, New York. Succeeded Mel Blanc as the voice of Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tweety, Sylvester, and other Looney Tunes characters, also voiced Grandpa Lou Pickles on Rugrats. Scatman Crothers died November 22, 1986, age 76. Buried at Forest Lawn Hollywood Hills, Los Angeles, California. Best known as Dick Halloran in The Shining and Hong Kong Phooey in the animated series, also voiced Jazz in the original Transformers and Meadowlark Lemon in Harlem Globetrotters. Casey Kasem died June 15, 2014, age 82. Buried at Vestre Gravlund, Oslo, Norway. Host of American Top 40 for over 3 decades, who also voiced Shaggy on Scooby-Doo from 1969 to 1997. His body flown to Norway by his widow after a bitter legal battle with his children over his remains. Victor Buono died January 1, 1982, age 43. Buried at Greenwood Memorial Park, San Diego, California. Emmy-nominated actor who voiced King Tut in the Batman animated series and the landlord in The Rescuers, dead from a heart attack at 43. A. Sorrel Book died February 11, 1994, age 64. Buried at Hillside Memorial Park, Culver City, California. Best known as Boss Hogg on The Dukes of Hazzard, voiced numerous animated characters, including roles in Heathcliff and Inspector Gadget. Jonathan Harris died November 3, 2002, age 87. Buried at Beth Olam Cemetery, Hollywood, California. Dr. Zachary Smith on Lost in Space, whose bumbling villainy became the show's defining feature, later voiced Manny the Mantis in A Bug's Life. Madeline Kahn died December 3, 1999, age 57. Buried at a private location. Comedy legend of Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein, who voiced Gypsy in A Bug's Life, and Mrs. Meany in the Rugrats franchise, dead from ovarian cancer. Eartha Kitt died December 25, 2008, age 81. Cremated, ashes given to her daughter, Kit Shapiro. Voiced Yzma in The Emperor's New Groove with a performance so perfectly villainous that Disney built a television series around it. Also, the definitive Catwoman of the 1960s Batman series. Roddy McDowall died October 3rd, 1998, age 70, buried at a private location. Planet of the Apes star who became a prolific voice actor later in career, voiced the Mad Hatter in Batman, the animated series, and Snowbell in Stuart Little. Tony Randall died May 17, 2004, age 84, buried at Westchester Hills Cemetery, Hastings-on-Hudson, New York. The Odd Couple star who voiced the Brain Gremlin in Gremlins 2 and had guest voice roles on the Magic School Bus and other animated productions. Don Adams died September 25, 2005, age 82. Cremated, ashes returned to family. A Maxwell Smart on Get Smart, who voiced Inspector Gadget in the animated series for over a decade, his nasal delivery becoming inseparable from the bumbling cyborg detective. Bob Hoskins died April 29, 2014, age 71. Cremated, ashes returned to family. British actor who starred alongside animated characters in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, performing his entire role against invisible characters in a groundbreaking live-action and animation hybrid. Raul Julia died October 24, 1994, age 54. Buried at Belen Memorial Park, Belen, Carolina, Puerto Rico. Shakespearean actor who voiced Gomez Adams in the animated series. His final film role as M. Bison in Street Fighter was taken to pay for his children's education. Vincent Price died October 25, 1993, age 82. Cremated, ashes scattered off Point Doom, Malibu, California. Horror legend who voiced Ratigan in The Great Mouse Detective and narrated Michael Jackson's Thriller, his sinister elegance defining animated villainy for a generation. Boris Karloff died February 2, 1969, age 81. Buried at Garden of Remembrance, Guildford, Surrey, England. The original Frankenstein's monster who narrated and voiced the Grinch in the 1966 How the Grinch Stole Christmas, his final recording sessions completed weeks before his death. Peter Ustinov died March 28, 2004, age 82. Cremated, ashes interred at a private location in Switzerland. Two-time Oscar winner who voiced Prince John in Disney's Robin Hood, his lisping, thumb-sucking lion becoming one of the most quoted Disney villains. Pat Morita died November 24, 2005, age 73. Cremated, urn kept at Palm Memorial Park, Green Valley, Las Vegas, Nevada. Mr. Mana Miyagi in The Karate Kid, who also voiced the Emperor of China in Mulan 2, his gentle wisdom translating perfectly from live action to animation. Phyllis Diller died August 20th, 2012, age 95. Cremated, ashes returned to family. Pioneer of female stand-up comedy who voiced the Queen in The Nutcracker Prince and appeared in numerous animated specials, performing almost to the end of her life. Dom DeLuise died May 4, 2009, age 75, buried at a private location. Voiced Tiger in An American Tail, Itchy in All Dogs Go to Heaven, Fagin in Oliver and Company, and Jeremy the Crow in The Secret of NEIMH, one of the most beloved voice actors in Don Bluth's animation studio.